Shalom. I want to give all the glory and the praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, y'all remember the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners that don't look like us, but they are us. Shalom. All right, now I'm going to be in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 15 in the KJV. God has granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meant for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom, and directeth the wise. Now I'm going to read that again. All right, because keep in mind, this is King Solomon speaking, talking about Yahweh. But through the Spirit, we're going to talk about how Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai does this for us. All right? Now, Wisdom Solomon 7:15. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hashem Ka Kodash, has granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meant for the things that's given me. All right, now, when he said conceive, I already put up an etymology. I'm just going to go back to it real quick. An etymology. All right, now when he said conceive, right here it says, in the etymology, it says take the correctly seed into womb, become pregnant. All right, now if you continue going down, how it says stem old French, blase, 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 it says right here also, to take in and hold. Then it says become pregnant. And keep reading again also. I say from Spanish, this is net blase blase. And it says to take, to grasp. Okay? Now we'll continue on going down a little more. I'm giving you a better understanding of what he meant by this conceive. Alright? Remember what they say. These words have multiple meanings. So you gotta look to the meaning of these words. Where it started from, where it came from at times. So you catch on to what's being said. But right here it says, meaning, take into the mind from a correct notion of, is from mid-14th century, that of form as a general notion in the mind. Okay, so in other words, King Solomon, he realized that the Lord has granted him this wisdom and understanding. And he took grasp of it, he took hold of it, he took note of it and kept it in his mind, because he knew what he had. Because at the end of the day, in order for him to get there, he had what? Fear of the Lord. Might prove that to you right here. Because you gotta have fear of the Lord to even have wisdom and understanding. For the Lord to even want to grant you, give you permission to have wisdom and understanding. Alright, but Ecclesiastes 19:18. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. That's the first step, just to get to him. We gotta have fear of him. And wisdom obtaining his love. And part of that, us having fear was us seeking wisdom and understanding too. We gotta keep in mind, we was looking to find out the truth, trying to find out what's really going on out here. So through that process of us trying to find out what was going on, the Lord was installing fear in us the whole time. So he can be able to grant us permission to have his wisdom and understanding. If we slowly don't know, if you really don't know, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of my situation. In the process of me trying to feel my little spiritual journey or whatever, trying to find out what's really going on, all the things I looked into, I finally came to the Bible. But I ain't had like the spiritual aspect of it. I didn't know what was really going on. So me reading Revelations about World War I and War II, I thought it was talking about some type of beast really supposed to come out the ground with stingers and teeth and lion head. I forgot exactly what it said, Slocky, but basically long story short, I really thought it was a beast that was about to come up. So in a way, that was the Lord installing fear into me, because he knew sincerely I want to know what's going on. That was his way of installing fear into me so I can get wisdom and understanding. He had different ways to get you, getting your ass without you even noticing it. But I'm just giving you an example of how that was my first step. to get to this wisdom and understanding. That was my first fear and acknowledgement of the Lord, to know that he's coming. All right, now let me go back. All right, because at the end of the day, this point of this lesson is to let it be known, like, the appreciation and acknowledgement that the Lord has given us, you know? It's like he took the time out to look at us and say, like, I want to give you this wisdom and understanding. So this video in return is to let him know the appreciation and the thankfulness of this wisdom and understanding. Basically, in other words, you get what I'm saying. Stop. Let me stop talking. Let me get back to the lesson. Now let me read, go back to Wisdom of Solomon 7:15. God has granted me to speak as I would, to conceive, and remember, also conceive me to grasp, to take hold. So, God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, has granted me to speak as I would, to take hold as is meant for the things that's given me. Because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and direct the wise. Alright, now 16. For in his hands are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. Because at the end of the day, it comes from the Lord. Once we get this wisdom understanding, it's we all are one at the end of the day when it comes to. We all are one. Slop that lost a little words for a moment. Verse 17. For he has given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operations of the elements. You know, in King Solomon, he knew that stuff. He had knowledge of all that stuff. And to some degree, we have knowledge of that information too. We know somewhat about like what we can do with iron. We might not know the full potential of what we can do with iron, the rocks and stones, all elements here on earth, but we do have to some degree some type of knowledge of it. All right, and that's a blessing right there alone itself too. Verse 18. The beginning, ending, and the midst of times, the alterations and the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons. For example, we know, we might not know exactly detail, the full detail, but we have a glimpse of what happened in the beginning, what's going on now, what's happening then. So we kind of, basically, we are granted somewhat the same information, the smidget information of what Wisdom of Solomon, what King Solomon had. Salaki too for noise in the background, you can't hear it. All right, okay, right here. When it says the alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons. We might not know that fully potentially, but we know that the sun and the moon is actually a clock letting us know what times we're in and what we need to be doing at certain times. Verse 19. The circuits of years and the position of stars. Well, for example, we might not know that fully. I know I keep saying this and all that, but we might not know that fully, but we know that like one day to the Lord is 1,000 years to us. You know, that's wisdom and understanding. That's knowledge right there beyond comprehension. And majority of this world don't even still know that. And it's right here in the scriptures. But the Lord granted us permission to find out where that information is and to even know that information. And right here when it said the position of stars, we might not know fully that the position of stars and how, whatever case may be, but he gave us enough information to pinpoint when we see the stars doing certain things or when we see certain signs in the skies, we know, oh, certain time's about to come or some event about to happen. And that's wisdom and understanding right there. That's permission to know what the Lord knows at the end of the day. So we need to take hold of this information that he has given us. Verse 20. The nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of the winds and the reasoning of men, the diversity of plants and the virtues of roots. For example, we know how some creatures live to a degree. We know a lot of this stuff, right? We may not know the specific details of it, but we know some of these things beyond the average human, for real, if you get what I'm saying. Verse 21. And such all things are either secret or manifest, them I know. And some of these secrets that Solomon know, we know also. We might not know all the secrets, but we know some of these secrets too that the world can't even perceive, can't even understand. Because why? The Lord has not granted them permission to even get them. So we need to be thankful and give the Lord the acknowledgement that basically give him the acknowledgement that he needs at the end of the day, that he deserves, because he is the Almighty. He's the reason why we have this information. He took the time out to look at us, so we can take the time out and continue to look at him at all times, all day, every day. Give him thanks, give him appreciation for the wisdom and understanding. Because what did he say in Isaiah 33? This is what's going to help us. This is what's going to keep us stable in these times. We need to continue to seek. We need to apply this to our mind, just like Solomon did. Well, let me go to that real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 25. I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reasoning of things and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness of mad and even of foolishness and madness. And think about this too on a personal level. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I know me. I took the time out, not even knowing, to really try to apply myself to find out, well, I see this, I see that, I know this, I know that. Well, I need to search it and just find out this. And then I took time out to look into like some of the bullshit that wicked people do. Like, why do you do this? What is your motive? What is your purpose behind all of this? Just to get a better understanding of what the fuck is going on. And sincerely, deep down inside, I know y'all did the same thing. That's why the Lord got you here, getting full understanding, full wisdom. I mean, getting this wisdom and understanding, having fear of Him at the end of the day. Because why? We applied our minds to seek and find out what's going on in sincerity. So, and from us seeking that, the Lord grants us permission to know. So we need to conceive this. We need to take hold, take grabs of this information and maintain it all the way to the end, forever. Because why? The Lord took the time out to look at us. Out of all these people out here in this world, He took the time out to look at you and me, whoever watching this video, whoever listening. He took the time out to look at us, to give us this information, to know. So we need to be acknowledging Him day in, day out, being thankful for this information. Because this is what's helping us get through all these troubles and all these times. And that's another reason why King Solomon was asking for it, searching for it, seeking for it, because he knew wisdom was everything. I'm about to go back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. I'm going to skip down to verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goes through all things by reason of her pureness, because she know how to move and know how not to move. That's what wisdom know. Man, it's lucky. It's just a beautiful thing to have this information, man, because without this, where would you be? What would you be doing? Just really think about that. That's why we need to be thankful that the Lord granted us the permission to be able to have the ability to grasp this information, man. For real. Verse 25. For she is the breath of the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. And that's another thing too. We tired of being defiled. Basically, in other words, tired of being some shit, tired of going through shit. So why not seek after wisdom, seek understanding? So you won't be some shit. You won't be tired of being anything and everything. You get what I'm saying? Verse 26. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and the image of His goodness. So if this wisdom and understanding that we have right now is letting you know the image of the Lord and how He carries Himself and what He want and what He don't want, will you want to continue to seek this? Will you want to give Him thanks, give Him acknowledgement that He deserves for take the time out to look at you? Because Yahweh ain't had to look at us. He had to take His time out to say, hey, Yahweh Shai, I want you to go talk to him right there. We'll let him know about what's really going on. Hey, Yahweh Shai, I want you to go talk to her right there. I want you to let her know what's going on out here. I want you to give her wisdom and understanding. Like, the Lord ain't had to do that. He ain't do none of that shit, but He took the time out to acknowledge us, to give us this wisdom and understanding, which is everything. So we need to give the acknowledgement back to Him by showing forth of everything He wants us to do to our best ability. Right. This is everything. I'm about to go to Proverbs 3. I'm gonna close out in there. King Solomon, you already knew, man. Like wisdom is what you need. Wisdom is what you gonna get if you seeking the Lord sincerely. If you have fear of the Lord. If He granted you permission to have fear of Him to get this wisdom and understanding. All right, Proverbs 3:17. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her and all her paths are peace. So everything that this wisdom and understanding, basically this wisdom is pure peace, pure loving, pure like anything righteous you could think of. Verse 18. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her. Hold on, lay hold. What other words what they were saying right there? Wisdom of Solomon 7:15. What do you say? Conceive, right? So basically, she is a tree of life to them that conceive her. And happy is everyone that retaineth her. So if you have this wisdom, understand, I know deep down inside you have it. And you saw how the Lord like play with words. He said, I just said, slow down. I was just saying how conceive means take hold, take grasp. Right here what he said, lay hold upon wisdom, conceive wisdom. Basically take hold of this wisdom. Give acknowledgement of this wisdom. This is what we have right here. This is what the Lord granted us this. That's basically it for real, man. It was just a lesson on how King Solomon was granted this wisdom and understanding, and he thankful for it. And it's the same thing how I feel the same way. All right, I hope whoever watching this lesson feel the same way too, man, because I'm thankful that he took the time out to look at me, giving permission for me to have this wisdom and understanding. And I'm going to conceive, I'm going to take hold of this, take grasp of this as long as I can. Lord's willing. So, hopefully that was edifying. I want to give all the glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akah, Kodash. That belongs to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of the great millstone. Shalom to hopeful elect, to all the remnant of the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners that don't like us, but they are us. Shalom.